Good afternoon. Today's book is Joel Meyerowitz, A Question of Color, published by Thames and Hudson. It's a softcover book, one that I picked up recently at the Kinokuniya book sale, which I think finishes on Monday. Briefly, it says here, what do you want, color or black and white? That was a question from store assistant who served Joel Meyerowitz the first time he bought film for his new camera. So I guess these are all photos where you'll see, but he was taking photos both in color and black and white to try to decide which he liked more. I'm a huge fan of his color work. I have a book with both color and black and white, but I haven't had a good chance to sit down and look at this book yet. So I thought today would be a good chance to do that. It says here in 1963, I was able to get a second camera, and I thought I'm going to put color film in one and black and white in the other. And when the opportunity arises, make a picture of something with both. So you can see there's black and white and then there's color. I am shooting this a bit late in the afternoon. I have artificial light over there and up here. Hopefully it's not too glary. It says here that Robert Shaw was the editor of Elephant magazine. I do like Elephant magazine. I think it's a pretty cool magazine. So some of these early photos are from the early 60s, so 1962. It says, these are two photographs from the very first roll of film I shot in early spring of 62. Seeing these now, I feel my youthful innocence and a sense of wonder. The old peeling door and the New York type person over here. So I'll try not to get glare somehow. Classic flat top haircut. Little ponies. Gotta love the color back in this. I guess it's like Kodachrome. Mannequins, Times Square, Manhattan, 1962. Women on the Street, Manhattan, 1963. This one, I've seen a lot of these types of photos. I guess it's because it's easier to shoot somebody from the back than it is the front. As a result, there's a lot of photos of people from the back. Woman in Diner in 63. Early on, I found myself photographing women, often strong, independent, even fierce women. If I remember correctly, I was awed by my attraction to them and wanting to know more about what women meant to me. These are quite interesting because I don't think you really see it's really before he's got his vision, isn't it? I mean, these look like just quite basic color photos. They don't look like his particular style quite yet. I thought, how can I get people to accept that color has a lot to say for itself? First pairs. As Meyerowitz acknowledges, making the comparison between black and white and color is easy today. It's a flip of a switch nowadays, he says. In Photoshop, you go up to mode and you can turn a color image to black and white. But when he was studying out, the technology didn't exist, and besides, no one was interested in experimenting in this way. Comparisons of this sort between essentially the same image in black and white and in color could only be made by producing what? Hey, give me a second. It doesn't finish its sentence. Okay, that's odd. By producing both photos, I guess. That really reminds me of that famous Robert Frank photo on the cover of the Americans. It even seems like he has a different lens. unless he just took a step forward. Oh, here you go. As with so many of my generation, Robert Frank's influence went in deep and sent many of us out on our own quest to find America. I think he has a wider lens on the black and white. That wouldn't make sense though. Kind of like the color ones more than the black and white ones so far. The curator saw the pairs and was so taken with them that he asked, "When did you make these things?" I said, "Early to the middle 60s for the most part," and he said, "Ah, you are the missing link." This one seems to have been taken from the car, and this one seems to he must have ran out of the car and taken the photo. Hopefully it's in focus. It is. I'd be everywhere. Everybody accepted me walking around with two cameras photographing life on the street. These were in England in 1966. Okay, don't get me flagged, please. I still prefer the color. The experience of making photographs in Europe changed me and gave me the perspective I needed to see myself, and then when I returned home to see America, in a different way. Spain, 1967. Oof. I definitely like the black and white one more. I like the color one more. These are taken in Bulgaria in 1967 and Turkey as well. This is Greece. Seems like he traveled a lot. After a day of running in the surf, these young men thrust themselves like children, even higher and faster, fearless. Their joy made me stop to watch and play along with them my own game of catch. On board the Michelangelo bound for New York, 1967. Okay, I see. These sentences continue here in smaller. Of course they do. I've seen this photo before. Man and blimp. It's as if the symphony of the street is truly engaged in the mind of someone who is photographing in color. Bride, Botanical Garden, the Bronx, 1967. It requires a lot of timing and visual skill to manage the amount of information that's in the frame. Wow, check out her glasses. That's something that maybe one day, if I ever head to the States, I'd like to try. One of these drive-ins where they come with the milkshakes and leave them on your car. I don't know if they still do that in America. Dine in your car. This is one of the first photos I saw of his. I think I saw it in a museum in a contemporary art show, modern art show. Well, I didn't quite understand when I first saw it because I was just starting to get an interest in photography. But quite a lot happening in this photo, as you can see. Quite a lot, and very, very cool colors. Nothing to see here. Yeah, also another thing I want to see in the States is this mysterious smoke that comes through from the subway or from the underground. It's in a lot of movies that I've seen growing up. He does a good job at capturing shadows, dark areas. Kind of makes this this golden part pop, right? The red and the gold, it pops because the background is so black. Yeah, these are good as well. Large format photographs sometimes require long exposures, often lasting minutes rather than fractions of a second. Light builds slowly on the film, standing here in the sweet blue hour, looking at this humble cottage and glowing telephone booth. I felt as if I was seeing into the oncoming dusk, while at the same time holding onto the last fading delicacy of the light. He has this book called Cape Cod, which is obviously photos taken in Cape Cod. He has a lot of these types of large format photographs with long exposures. They're beautiful colors. All right, here you go. There's more here. Okay, guys, we're almost at the end. Let me know what you think. I do like Joel, his photographs. I think they're great. I like his color work more than his black and white. But his black and white is still very good. Okay, that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed. Joel Meyerowitz, A Question of Color.